Hi, beautiful spirits. So I have a treat for you today. You know, I've been doing the interview series with people that I admire. Gino Scala is somebody that I've admired since day one. He is an entrepreneur. He's a restaurant owner. He is a beautiful spirit. He has so much love to give to the world and light. I'm sure you can already feel it. And I just wanted to share some answers to questions from his perspective so you could see another point of view. So this is Gino. Thank you for joining me.
My pleasure. It's great to be here.
It's great to have you. Okay, we had to stop for a second. So what I was saying was that when I walk into the restaurant, not even that, when I pull into the parking lot, there's a sense of peacefulness, happiness, blissfulness, and motivation, and it's because that's what their intention is. It's healthy there, beautiful, loving. It's a wonderful place. So I highly recommend, if you're ever in Reno, stop at Grateful Gardens. I'll post links in the description box down below so you can plan your trip. Okay, we're going to get to some questions, and I know we're all going to be really happy to learn what Gino has to say. Okay, so the first question is, life happens, and I think right now it's happening for a lot of us. How do you keep your inner peace while going through any challenge that comes up?
That's a great question, and you know, I don't always keep my inner peace. It is the real truth of that, and at the same time, I'm quicker to move back into a peaceful state than I was before, given some new tools, and they're not that new actually. Yeah. They're about 5 minutes to learn and a lifetime to master. But
right.
You know, there's a lot going on in the world right now. You know, between Orlando and Nice and San Bernardino, and you know, the world is basically just bubbling up all this stuff, and I think that it is in line with any sort of big change, and I focus my attention on creating peace in my life as the step to supporting the world.
Yeah.
And you know, there's all these big things that we could possibly do. You know, we could fly to Nice, we could go to San Bernardino, we could do those kinds of things, but it really starts in our neighborhoods and in our families, and first and most importantly in ourselves.
So true.
So practices that work in creating inner peace are meditation, walking and working out, taking time to go and play.
So important.
Yeah. Whether that's on a boat or going to Nevada City with friends.
Yes.
Just, you know, finding that space for peace, that joy, that, you know, my bliss is on a boat in the summer and on the mountain in the winter.
Yeah.
And at work. I love being at Grateful Gardens.
You can tell just by walking in there. Yes. And every single person that works there, same thing. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, and I also have noticed you're a master manifester. I seriously, I'm so impressed. Like, if there is a goal that he wants to reach, done. I mean, it's just awesome. So I'm wondering, what's one thing you do to make your dreams a reality? So quickly, even.
Well, first and foremost, it's a team, and it's a mastermind team. It's a group of us that are focusing our energies somewhere. And I appreciate the fact that you've called me a master manifester. However, it's intrinsic in us all.
Right.
So I think what's happening now is that I've played with belief and knowing that everything is just going to be okay. And I've played with, sometimes at the beginning, or you know, like 4 years ago, with maybe not as much faith in it, but over a period of time with staying with it and my mastermind believing in it, I think the universe conspires to bring the right people and the right situations forward.
I believe.
and my belief is grander, so they happen quicker now.
Yeah.
And it wasn't always that way. It took a long time prior because my beliefs were not in line.
That
so
makes sense.
Really just believing, and a mastermind is big.
Yeah. We talked about that in my last video with my soul sister, Christina. I'm sure you guys remember. We were talking about that. No one does anything alone. No. We all have help, and we have the help that we need when we need it. I'm learning that in my life. There's been some difficult times in my life where I really felt completely alone, and then all of a sudden, there's somebody. All it takes is one person, and there's your support. It's just amazing, and you always have it. I guess that's how your belief starts to grow. Once you see you're always covered, you're always supported, then it's like you can let go and go, all right, I'm going to go for this thing because I'm supported. Yeah.
100%. And the truth of us is that we have everything we need, including people. And it seems like a great deal of society's been brought up to not accept gifts. Oh, no, I couldn't.
Right.
Or even, I got to do this alone. I've got to hoe this thing alone and work hard and stretch. And that's not necessarily true.
No.
I think we've been fibbed to.
I think so too. And we've been brought up that way, and our parents were brought up that way, and their parents were brought up that way. I'm so glad that we're all opening more to realizing it doesn't have to be like that.
It is.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last question I have is, what advice can you give to others who may feel stuck in their lives? And I know so many have valid reasons for it. I mean, they're going through health issues or a family member or financial or something, but there's always a way to get unstuck. So how can someone begin to get unstuck?
Well, that is a question for them, for one. For me, personally, it was, I don't want to suffer anymore.
Right.
And I'm either going to live or I'm going to die. And I don't mean that literally.
Right.
I mean, I'm either going to live joyfully or I'm going to stay stuck in a situation. So I've had plenty of challenges over the years, anything from family relations to business. And what I knew was that I was creating it. And I was creating it because I was choosing to stay stuck. And I was choosing to be a victim. Now, even in the grandest of things, the worst scenarios, which are awful, rape, war, murder, things of that sort, there is validity to the fact that you could be classified or label yourself as a victim. There's proof.
Mm-hmm.
But unless you want to die and not live a joyful life, which I don't think there's anybody out there that wants to live a life of pain and suffering, you need to intervene and go, okay, that hurt, and I'm moving on.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn my attention away from that and put it to something that makes me feel good. And whatever needs to be handled, handle it. But more often, turn your attention to something that makes you feel good. That's my number one advice. If you're feeling bad, maybe you can't go from here to ecstasy, but maybe you can just take one little step to feel better.
Exactly.
So I feel better today than I did yesterday. And then tomorrow, I'm going to feel a little bit better tomorrow.
Yeah.
And give yourself success places. Give yourself the ability to be successful in that circle. Mm-hmm. Because life will surely come with another clobber, for us, and we'll get to deal with that again. And we'll get to make another choice.
Yeah.
So
that's it's like stretching your comfort zone in a way. It's like it's familiar, or I know in my past, in my present sometimes, it's familiar to be depressed and sit and, gosh, look at all these things. Look at all these reasons why I can't. And then I say, no, I am going to get up today. I am going to be with my kitty. I am going to get ready. I'm going to go take a walk today. And if that's all I do, I'm victorious. And then the next day, I'm more motivated. I'm going to go do this thing. And I've found that with other people that I've worked with and talked with, that's the same thing. Start small and work your way up. And it stretches your comfort zone. And eventually, your comfort zone's so huge, you can do anything you set your mind to. So I guess it's like, don't think you're going to be here at this grandiose thing, and don't get mad at yourself if you're not. Start here and be happy with your accomplishment there. Celebrate it. Be proud of yourself, and then go forward from there. Rest after. Maybe it's exhausting, and then rest and start over. I think
it's well said.
Thank you. This is so fabulous. I'm loving this interview series. I'm so humbled and grateful that I have people in my life and in my circle that are like Gino, because it's a blessing. So I hope that there's something in this video that made you think, something that you enjoyed, maybe made you laugh, something that you can take with you. And remember that you deserve your love just as much as anyone else. So please love yourself. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. Please check out Grateful Gardens. You're going to love it. Organic yumminess. I mean, so good. So you have to go. At least once in your lifetime, come to Reno and check it out. So good. Okay? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.